Hi everyone and welcome back. I know I haven't been around very much and that's because of the school holidays. I've got all my girls off, my husband's been off work, so I have been crafting, I just haven't had much time to do any videos. So I've been working on this little gift bag and I did get my inspiration from a gift bag that Linda Parker did a while ago. I've just changed the measurements and added a few extra things, and this is for a wedding. So as you can see, it says Happy Wedding Day. And I've used a nice embossing folder, and then it opens. I've made this buckle and you open it up just like that, and then you'll fold it in. It can be a little bit tricky to get back in. You'll feed that back through and then lift that up and then just close it back through, and that's how it will close. And then I've used our gorgeous tulle ribbon. So that's what we're going to be making. I've cut everything out and then my battery died on my phone, so I've got a wire hanging off it. But hopefully we'll get through. So I'll just get some pieces. I have already embossed my front piece. And this is the embossing folder I've used. It's not a Stampin' Up one, but Stampin' Up have got one similar to this, but I wanted something quite small, so I've just used one I had in my stash. And then what you're going to do, you're going to need a piece of paper that measures 10 inches that way by 6 inches, and you want to pop that on your scoreboard, score at 4 inches, turn it around and score at 4 inches again, and that'll leave you a 2-inch base. And then for your side pieces, you want 2 of these, and they're going to measure 3 inches by 5. Just check, yeah. And then score on 1/2 inch on all 4 sides, and then put your tape on. Here's one I made earlier. I just don't want the video to go on for too long. So there are your sides and your base. Your 2 front pieces will measure 5 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches, and you want 2 of those, and you don't have to emboss it. For the lid flap, you want a piece that measures 3 3/4 inches by 4 1/2 inches, and you're going to score at 1 inch and 3 inches. That's going to be flap. For the handle, you want a piece that measures 1 1/2 inches by 5 3/4 inches, and you're going to score that at 3/4 inch on either end. So pop that into your scoreboard, score at 3/4 inch, turn it and score at 3/4 inch again. For your buckle band, for this piece that goes over the top, I've made it slightly bigger this time. I felt that that was a bit small. Just make sure I'm still in shot. That's going to measure 1 5/8 inch by 6 3/4. And for the buckle, I made this. And it's just 2 rectangle stitched rectangle dies, and I've just put one inside of the other, and then I just cut a thin strip out to go across the top, and then you just feed it through like that. And just to make it slightly different from that, I don't know if you can see, there you go, I've put Winker Stella all over it. And last but not least is I've used the circle framelets, and I've stamped a happy birthday and cut out a bigger one to lay that up. I got lost then. Right, let's get on with it. So that's everything you're going to need. Oh, and you're going to want some ribbon. I didn't have any, and this is Blackberry Bliss, my absolute favourite. Didn't have any Blackberry Bliss ribbon, so I inked it with my Blackberry Bliss ink. So that's how I did that. So what you're going to need is a ruler, and on the very top of your paper you want to mark at 3/4 inch in, and then just put a pencil mark there, and then 3/4 inch this way, and put a pencil mark inch there. Sorry, that's my daughter's phone going off. And then you want to draw down to your score line and up to your pencil mark draw yourself a line, and that's where we're going to cut to create the shape. So that's what I've got. Can you see that? So then you're going to repeat that on the opposite side. Let me zoom in so you can see me doing it a bit better. So again, you're going to line your ruler up and mark 3/4 of an inch this side and 3/4 of an inch that side. So there it'll be 3/4 of an inch, here it'll be 5 1/4. And then from your mark down to your score line, draw in a line, and that's just for you to cut. It's just a cutting guide like that, and we're going to repeat that step on the back of these that we've cut out. So I'll just do this one. I did that one for quickness. You can see a bit better on here. So on this side it's going to be 3/4 of an inch, and on this side it's going to be 5. And then right down to the end, draw a line. And that's what you're going to have. So I'm going to zoom back out again. And then you're going to take your scissors and just cut these lines off. Well, not lines. Just cut straight up. If you want to do this on your trimmer, you can. I just prefer to do it with my scissors. And then down on this one as well. So then you've got that shape, and then we're going to do the same again on this one. So I hope you've all been well. As you all know, it's the school 6-week holidays for me, so I've been really busy. I have been crafting. I've still been on Facebook and things. So if you go onto my Facebook page, Crafting with Danny, you will see posts that I've put on. And then you just want to cut the same on the back. So from your draw lines, and then just cut up. It's a bit hard to see because cardstock's quite dark, so, but you're going to have that shape. Then you want to just repeat that step on the other side. So straight up that line, keeping it as straight as you can, and then back down this one. I probably should have chosen a lighter colour card to do it on, but this is my absolute favourite. I love it. So then what you want to do is take your bone folder and fold and burnish your score lines. And if you have got any pencil marks left, you can just rub those off. Just make sure they're gone. And there we go. Oh, it's quite hot in here. So then these pieces will just sit on there. I've left a mark there. So using Tombow, you could use tape if you want to. I'm just going to pop some glue all around the edge. And then stick this on. Lining it up as best you can. And then I turn it over and give it a wipe. There we go. So then repeat that step on the other side. Like so. And then line that one up as well. and then rub that. So that's that part, that's the front and back of our bag, like so. And then for the side, so I've already gone ahead and I've pre-cut this one. So we'll just cut this one the same, and you're just notching in on these corners and taking out that small square, like that. So notching on the corners, taking out that square. So notch, and then take that one out, and then get rid of those. So that's that. Then you want to fold and burnish on all of your score lines. There we go. And then what we're going to do is attach these to the side. Now I've done it again. You do not put tape on one end, you just want to put it on all three. That's my fault for getting a bit carried away. So don't make the same mistake I did, just put your tape on 3 sides. Now Stampin' Up's brought out a new pick-up tool, and it comes with different ends, and that's a putty end. This is a new stylus which you can't buy. Then there's a spatula, a pokey tool, and you also get a free putty end, which is really handy. So taking off your bottom corner, your bottom flap, and then I'm going to stand up, I think. You want to line it up, really trying to not get my head in there, and then just line that up. That's it. And then give that a burnish. And then you want to repeat that step on the other side. I know I've just said it, but do not put tape on one end. It's a good job this is just for video purposes, because these are going to act as your flaps inside the bag. So again, you want to line that up. Just make sure that's straight. And then press it down. And then before we go any further, for our lid closure, you've got a thinner end, which is the side that we will attach to the bag. So you want to put some tape on that. So pop some tape along there, and again along there. Just give that a burnish down, and then fold and burnish your score lines. And on the thicker flap, which is the 1-inch flap, I've just used a corner rounder, she says. I think it's getting a bit blunt, this. So, there we go. And I've rounded the corner off. So then what you want to do is removing the tape. You want to choose which side you want for your front and which side you want for the back, and you want to line this up underneath the back, right under the score line. And again, I don't really want to get my head in. You see that? So I'm lining the bag up, and then press that down. And then what you want to do is remove the 2 sides. So we're nearly there. So take off both sides of the tape, and then just like you would make a box, line that up. With the top of the bag, so lining that up. Hope you can see that. It's a bit tricky when you don't want to get your head in. and then lining this one this side, and the last one just line that up that side, and then you'll fold them two flaps in. That's why you don't put the tape on. And there we go. That will just close down like that. So there's your bag. Then for your buckle, you want to think about where you want it to go. We're also going to corner round off the edge of this. And then I'm just going to feed that in because I want to see where I want it to hang. So probably about there. And then holding your bag, just then that. And then you can come back after and re-burnish the score lines. And then what we're going to do is some foam tape on the sides. Just making, so pop some foam tape. And then a bit on the other side as well. And then feed it back through. Taking your Tombow or whatever glue you choose to use. And then just placing the glue all over like that on the middle and the top section. Then coming back in, holding it where you want it to be again. Making sure you've got that centered as best you can. I'm just going to eyeball it for the video. And then just lay it back down. So I'm just going to lift the flap up for a second. And just hold that on. Take that off. Just come in and give it a good firm press. You could lay it down and run your bone folder along. There we go. And then you can pop your buckle back on. Like I say, it can be a bit fiddly, but once you've got it on. Okay, so I want it about there. Then you can lift this up, remove the tape at the back. Close your lid, she says. And then place that down. So there we go. Then for the strap, nearly finished. Again, taking your corner rounder and just rounding off those edges. Just check my, yeah, we're still on. Keep thinking my battery's going to run out because I'm not quite sure how much I've got left. Then just give that a, encourage that to bend. And we're just going to place that on the top. With some Tombow again. And then you want to just hold that wherever you're going to have that on your top of your bag. It's quite hot today, I must admit. Give that a burnish down. There we go. And then using your ribbon, you just want to tie a bow on the top. That's all I did. There we go. So there's our bow. And then we can just cut these tails off. She said. There we go. So I'm going to cut the tails off and then glue this onto your bottom layer. Just making sure that's straight. And then I'm going to use a 1/8 of an inch punch and just punch a hole in the top. Like so. Then I'm just going to take some twine, cut a length, feed that through, and then we'll tie this onto, oh come on, I think my battery's going to die. And we'll just tie this over the bow. And more fingers and thumbs. I'm getting really hot. So just tie that over your bow and then cut your ends off. And there we go. 2 gorgeous handbags. And that's a happy birthday one. So I really hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. You could change the colourway or use DSP. You don't have to emboss it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Ooh, sorry for the glare. Do subscribe if you're not already. I do appreciate everybody that subscribed. Thank you very much. Don't forget I'm on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. All the links will be in the description bar below. If you want any of these products, then the link to my online shop will be in the description bar as well. And thank you again. See you again soon. Bye.